咱最近咱的題目講到健康嘅界線、健康嘅關係，
Recently, we've been discussing healthy boundaries and relationships.
這是咱嘅新嘅系統嘅信息。
And this is the new series of messages.
你記得咱嘅主題經文是箴言第23章第10節，
We remember the theme verse found in Proverbs 23, verse 10.
真簡單嘅一句話，
It's a very simple verse
真重要嘅一句話，
and an important one.
唔通拿以古早時嘅對界。
Do not move an ancient boundary stone.
上帝喺古早時為人設立無相關嘅線嘅對界。
In the ancient times, God has set for people different boundaries.
這個 boundary 唔是人目睭看到，
And these are not visible boundaries seen by
呢
eyes.
是屬靈嘅界線。
These are spiritual boundaries.
互人活喺上帝旨意裏面，
That man may live within God's will,
互人討上帝歡喜。
so that we may gain God's favor.
我頭一個信息講到什麼叫做界線，
In our first message, we discussed what is boundary.
第二個信息
In the second
講
message,
到神有通設立界線。
who can set these boundaries?
今日我哋
Today,
看第三個題目，
we'll be looking at the third topic,
喺關係中間真正嘅自由。
the true freedom in relationship.
當咱設立界線以後，
When we set these boundaries,
有兩個問題的確係產生，
two problems are bound to happen.
自由嘅問題。
The issue about freedom,
我是唔是冇自由了呢？
don't I have any freedom at all?
我有界線，
If I have these
別
boundaries,
人無通入嚟，
others may not enter.
我無通出去，
Neither can I go out.
我唔是失去自由呢？
Am I losing my freedom?
第二個問題
The second problem
饒恕嘅問題，
is the issue about forgiveness.
因為你的確得罪別人，別人嘅的確無歡喜你。
You're bound to offend other people, and others may not be pleased with you.
下禮拜我講關係中間真正係下面，
And next Sunday, we'll talk about the true forgiveness in your
今日
relationship.
我講關係中間真正係自由。
And this morning, we'll talk about the true freedom in your
我哋
relationship.
看一段嘅聖經，
May I show you this verse?
以弗所書第4章1到第3
Found
節，
in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 to 3.
咱大家等上嚟讀 OK？
Let's read these verses in chorus.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. As a prisoner
for the
of the
Lord,
Lord, then I urge you to live
Live
a life worthy of
the
the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. 這是保羅教導以弗所教會一個真重要嘅大事。
It's an important topic that Apostle Paul taught the Ephesian church.
咱就盡力保守聖靈所屬合而為一嘅心。
Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace.
以弗所書有6章，
There are 6 chapters in the book of
真
Ephesians.
簡單嘅分段嘅辦法。
And if you divide these 6 chapters in a simple manner,
頭3章是講到教義，
the first 3 chapters talks about doctrine.
什麼叫做教義？
What is doctrine?
是上帝為咱做了什麼大事？
It is about what God has done for us.
第4到第6章
Chapters 4 to 6,
是講到應用，
it talks about application.
什麼叫做應用呢？
What does the application mean for us?
咱應該為上帝做什麼大事？
What are we supposed to do for God?
所以就有理由嘅，唔是？
And that's why it's easy to apply.
上帝為我做安尼，
What God has done for me,
我應該為上帝做什麼？
and what am I supposed to do for God?
但係第4章頭一節，
However, the first verse in chapter 4,
啲原文嘅裏
in
面
the original
有
context,
一個字，
there's a certain word,
真簡單嘅字，
a simple word,
叫做所以。
therefore.
Therefore，
So,
什麼叫做 therefore？
what is therefore?
既然安尼，我就應該安尼，叫做 therefore。
Since it's like that, therefore I need to do this.
既然上帝為我創了很多大事，
Since God has done so many things for me,
所以我應該為上帝將安尼款嘅大事。
and therefore I have to do something for God.
所以這個所以
That's why the word therefore
將這三章聖經合起來。
linked the first 3 chapters to the latter 3 chapters.
既然是安尼，
Since it's like
咱
that,
需要大聲明白上帝為咱已經做了什麼大事。
first we need to understand what has God done for us.
第1章
In chapter 1,
講到上帝哋創世以前，喺基督耶穌裏面 揀選了你及我。
It talks about how God has chosen you and me in Christ before the creation of the world.
咱嘅救恩是上帝嘅揀選，
Our salvation is a choice made by God,
唔是我做咗什麼大事，
not because of what I have done,
是上帝揀選了我，
but because God has chose me
將屬靈嘅祝福賜予我。
and has given me the spiritual blessings.
第二章
In second
講到
chapter,
上帝揀選出嚟上帝嘅恩典，咁咱嘅行為完全冇關係。
it talks about how God chose us out of His grace and has nothing to do with our works.
但是受上帝揀選嘅人，
People who have been chosen by God,
當中嘅基督耶穌嘅裏面，
they all belong to Christ
合而為一，
and united in Him.
無嗰半猶太人，無嗰半華邦人，
No longer Jews nor Gentiles.
因為十字架
Because of the cross
將人及人嘅仇恨拆起來咯。
has destroyed and tore down the hatred between men.
第三章
In third
講
chapter,
到保羅上帝即係福音，將這個保羅號召出嚟，就係華邦人嘅使徒。
how God has called Apostle Paul from the Gentiles to be the apostles for the Gentiles
將這個戰隊嘅工作交可以，
and entrusted him an important task.
就是傳福音給華邦人，
And this is to spread the gospel to the
和
Gentiles.
華邦人及猶太人喺基督裏面合而為一，
The Jews and the Gentiles may be united in Christ.
三級領受上這個恩典。
Together they receive the grace from God.
第四章開始，
In chapter 4,
你就講所以，
it begins with the chapter 4 with the word therefore.
所以
Therefore,
難道合而為一？
we should make every effort to keep the unity.
但是合一真困難。
However, unity is difficult to come
這
by.
則聖經第一重要嘅重點就是建立保守聖靈所屬合而為一嘅心。
In this particular verse, the theme is making every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace.
即係保守合而為一呢？
How can we have this unity?
凡事都謙卑，
We need to be humble in all
凡
things.
事都溫柔，
We need to be gentle and meek
凡事都吞忍，
and to be patient in
凡
all
事有貼心，
and have love in everything we do.
凡事有和平。
We should have peace in everything.
若無安呢，
Otherwise,
永遠未合一，
there will never be an unity.
你嘅家庭未合一，
There will be no unity in your families,
你嘅教會未合一，
no unity in your church,
你嘅公司未合一，
and no unity in your
你嘅
company.
國家未合一，
And a country will never be one
除非
unless
咱學習謙卑、溫柔、吞忍、貼心、和平。
we learn to be completely humble, gentle, patient, and in love.
叫做幫襯人。
May God help
合
us.
一是人及人戰動嘅關係，
Unity is very important relationship in between
但
men.
是這跟人袂當合一，
Do you know why people will not be united?
因為咱袂曉做人及人三級做一
We
個。
do not know how to coexist with each other.
人及人嘅關係無離開人嘅辦法。
In the interpersonal relationship, you cannot depart from these two methods.
聖經內冇一個真特別嘅真理，
There's a very important and special truth in the Bible.
叫做 one to one。
It's the one-to-one truth.
什麼叫 one to one 呢？
What is one-to-one?
上帝是好一變做二，將二個變做一嘅上帝。
God is the one who has made one to become two and turned two to become one.
你講什麼意思呢
You may ask, what's the meaning of this?
？Let me explain to you。呢種頭一個關係，呢講人嘅關係 ，Adam and Eve 嘅 relationship。
The first relationship was established between Adam and Eve.
上帝用對住個電土創造一個人，
How God has formed human from the dirt of the world.
喺這個人嘅中，喺這個人嘅裏面，
And in this human being,
將一個骨頭出嚟，
God caused a rib to be removed.
後這個女，這個骨頭創一個女叫做夏娃，
And from that rib, God has created a woman called Eve.
所以一個人變咗兩個人。
That's why a human being became two.
但係耶穌上帝講 two become one，
However, God continued by making these two to become one.
夫婦是兩個人合而為一，
Couples relationship of two become one.
所以一個變咗兩個，兩個也變咗一個。
From an individual, then two persons become one.
本來是亞當一個人，
Initially, it originated with Adam,
變咗亞當夏娃，
then Adam and Eve.
亞當夏娃合而為一，
After Adam was united to Eve,
變咗一。
then the two became one.
我講你 example 你知啊
Let me show you another example.
？Abraham 及華邦人嘅關係
The relationship between Abraham and the Gentiles.
，Abraham 是猶太人、希伯來人嘅祖宗。
Abraham was the forefather of the Jews or the
對
Israelites.
希伯來人開始，即係世界一個新嘅民族，叫做以色列人，叫做猶太人。
Beginning from Abraham, a new race was born, and this is the Israelites or the Jews.
猶太人稱價嘅是上帝選民的 chosen people。
Israelites called themselves chosen people of God.
嗱，唔是猶太人當中叫做華邦人，
Unless you're a Jew or an Israelite, you are a Gentile.
所以中國人是華邦人，
Chinese could be called a Gentile.
菲律賓人是華邦人，
Filipinos are Gentiles.
全世界都是華邦人，除了猶太人。
Other people of the world are called Gentiles except the Israelites.
你講你問這個問題咯。
You may ask this question,
Abraham 本身是什麼人？
what race does Abraham came from?
申命記第26章第5節。
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 26 verse 5. Then you shall declare before the Lord your God, my father was a wandering Aramean, and he went down into Egypt with a few people, and lived there, and became a great nation, powerful and numerous.
原來 Abraham 本來是個的確滅亡嘅亞蘭人，
It turned out that Abraham was a wandering Aramean.
亞蘭人就是華邦人，
Arameans are Gentiles.
所以全世界開始都是華邦人，
That's why the world began with a Gentile,
都是及上帝冇關係嘅人。
the race with no relationship with God at all.
但係戰罪人嘅中間，上帝揀咗一個人出嚟，叫做 Abraham，創一個新嘅民族，叫做猶太人。
God called Abraham from people of the world to form a new race.
本來一個民族，
Initially, it was a race.
變咗兩個民族，
It became two,
華邦人、猶太人。
Gentiles and the Jews.
但是
However,
喺耶穌基督裏面，無嗰半猶太人，無嗰半華邦人合而為一。
no longer separation of Jews or Israelites, but two became one in Christ.
1, 2, 1。
And that's the spiritual two of 1, 2, 1.
一變做二，這個就分別 separate。
When one became two, it's separation.
二變做一，這個就合一 unity。
When two became one, it's unity.
Listen，一變做二，這個分別是上帝嘅工作，
One becoming two is separation. It's a work of God.
因為分別原本就是聖潔，
Because separation in the original text, it means holiness.
聖潔是上帝嘅工作，
And holiness is a work of God.
聖潔是上帝嘅大志，
And holiness is a concern of God.
及人完全冇關
It
係。
has no relationship at all with
所以
man.
合一，但是合一是人嘅責任。
However, unity is the responsibility of man.
所以一變做二
When one became two,
是上帝嘅工作，
it's the work of God.
二變做一
When two became
合
one,
一
to be
是
united,
人嘅責任。
it's the responsibility
所
of
以咱
humans.
有責任保守合一。
We have the responsibility to maintain unity.
你嘅家庭內冇合一，
Unless you have unity in your family,
是你嘅責任；
it's your responsibility.
咱嘅教會內冇合一，
If there's no unity in the
是
church,
咱嘅責任；
it's our
呢
responsibility.
個國家內冇合一，
Unless the nation is
是人
united,
嘅責任。
it's our responsibility.
分別是主嘅大志，
Separation belongs to the Lord.
從來唔是人嘅大志
It。has never been man's job.
創世記第一章
In the first chapter of Genesis,
講到上帝創造這個世界，
it talks about how God has created the world.
上帝嘅工作就是分別。
God's task was to separate.
你講第一章第4節，
If you read chapter 1, verse 4,
上帝看更是好，將更及暗分開，上帝將更暗分開咯。
God saw that the light was good, and He separated the light from darkness.
這是分別，
It's separation.
黑暗及更明分出嚟，
When darkness was separated from light,
這是上帝嘅工作。
it's the work of God.
你講第6節，
If you read verse 6,
上帝講最中間有空氣，將水分水上下，上帝將水分開咯，天頂嘅水及地嘅水。
God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water.
全世界頂乜都是水，
The world exists with all covered
上
with
帝將
water.
水分開，
When God separated the waters,
天頂有水，
there's water in heaven
下靠有水。
and there's water
你
under.
講咱這個世界，
In this world,
你就一下靠有對下靠有水噃？
are you aware that there's water
天
under the
頂
world?
天
the
頂有
earth?
水噃？
Is there any water up in the heaven?
當天頂嘅水浪中落嚟，
Once the waters from heaven came down,
對嘅水浪中出嚟，
once the water from under the earth,
全世界就好水充滿啦啦。
the whole world was covered with water.
這就是那亞嘅大事發生。
It's the time of Noah,
洪水 destroy 這個世界。
when the great flood destroyed the world.
但這個水是上帝換出嚟 separate。
However, this water was separated by God.
你講下第9節，
If you read verse 9,
就你講天下水撒急聚集在這個所在，對就出嚟咯。
and God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear."
上帝將對嘅水割半佢，
When God separated the water from earth,
結果海及對就搬出嚟咯。
then the sea and the earth were separated.
我哋可能講戰隊嘅弟子，
Let me show you something very important.
分別是上帝嘅弟子，
Separation is a task of God.
聖潔是上帝嘅工作，
Holiness is the work of God.
唔是人嘅責任。
It's not man's
咱已
responsibility.
經分別出嚟咯
We，have been set apart.
咱都唔能夠離開啦
We。should never return back.
所以信耶穌
That's why those who believe in Jesus
就是啲世界搬出去，
should be set apart, separated from the
你
world.
唔能夠到去這個世界
You
啦
should
啦，
not go back to the world.
咱已經離開這個世界
We
啦
have
啦。
been set apart from the
咱嘅
world.
思想、
Our thoughts,
咱嘅感情、
our
咱嘅價值
emotions,
觀念
our value
應
system
該改變啦啦，
should have changed.
唔應該神啦啦
We。should never be the same again.
所以英文有一句話
That's why in the English we have a saying,
，dare to different，
we need to dare to be different.
加及別人無神，
We need to be courageous enough to be
因為
different.
咱實在及別人無神，
Because indeed we are different from others.
因為上帝已經將咱搬出去啦。
God has set us apart.
但是
However,
合一是咱嘅責任，
unity is our
咱需
responsibility.
要負咱嘅責任，合二為一。
We need to be responsible and be united in
所以
Christ.
保羅講。
Apostle Paul said,
凡事謙卑、溫柔、屯潤、聽善、互相寬容、和平彼此聯絡。
"Be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace."
人及人嘅合一是真困難嘅代志。
It's very difficult to be united with another individual.
You know why？
You know why?
因為咱冇有做處理人及人嘅關係。
We do not know how to resolve the relationship in between human beings.
這個世界
In the world,
有兩款嘅辦法
there are two ways
處理人及人嘅關係。
to resolve interpersonal relationship.
第一，
The first way,
叫做責備及控制；
it's called blame and control.
第二，
The second,
叫做領力及貼。
it's called power and love.
你嗱能夠嘅整嘅會嚟 CPCP，
If you're here 2 months ago,
跟你講嗰個 transformation 嘅信息嘅時陣，
as we discussed the transformation messages,
我有提到頭一點，
I mentioned the first point.
什麼叫做責備，什麼叫做控制。
What is blaming and what is
但是
controlling?
我唔不提高什麼是領力，什麼叫做貼。
Yet I have not yet discussed what is power and what is love.
今日我將這個總嘅，學你這個明白幾個 concept。
Today, as I explain to you the whole thing,
Number one，
first,
你確明白責備、控制、面對貼及領力有什麼無相？
we need to understand the difference of blaming and controlling versus love and power.
什麼叫做責備？
What is blaming?
責備就真簡單，
Blaming is very important.
我無好都是你唔對，
It's all your fault that I'm not okay.
這個叫責備。
It's blaming.
更加簡單 ，I'm not okay. I'm not okay because it's your fault。
The simple statement is the reason why I'm not okay is because it's your fault.
咱將一切唔對，當中渡河別人，
We blame on other people all our faults and mistakes.
這是咱嘅叫做 human nature，咱嘅人性啊，咱人嘅性情就是安尼。
Blame game is the human nature.
那唔對就是別人唔對。
Anything wrong with me, it's the fault of other people.
今日你話夠啊，
Why are you late?
厲害嘅，
Because of him.
你未急也過啊，
Because it took a long time to make up.
伊啦，等伊啦，等伊啦。
I've been waiting for him.
咱若唔對，都是別人嘅唔對，
Whenever we make a mistake, it's caused by other
都
people.
是別人嘅責任。
It's all because of others.
我唔知你記得真罪離整哦，
I wonder if you remember many years
發生
ago,
這樣代志。
there's one thing that has happened.
有一個佢裏邊一個真出名大嘅學生，
A very well-known college student in
喺
the
中
Philippines,
水嘅時陣，
in the middle of a flood,
將規頂車衝入水嘅裡面，
he drove his vehicle and submerged in the flood.
規頂車點點點。
The entire vehicle was flooded with water.
有人就問呢一個問
Somebody
題：，
will ask this student a question.
咁你入去啊？
Why have you entered that flood?
特頂車度燈啊唔搞，你叫你衝入去啊？
Other vehicles dare not enter the flood, and yet you drove on.
你記得之後答噃？
You know how he replied?
無人通知我，
Nobody informed me.
無人通知我最很深啊！
No one informed me that the flood level was that
呢
deep.
個人唔是無頭殼嘅人哦。
And that person was not without
我
intelligence.
講呢樂黨是佢裏邊一個最問題出名樂黨哦，
The student belonged to one of the top schools in the Philippines.
真奇怪。
Very surprising.
咱若唔對，都是別人嘅唔對，
All our mistakes are the fault of other people.
叫做 blaming。
It's a blame game.
好啦，什麼叫做控制呢？
How about control?
你若改變，我就 OK 啦啦。
If you change,
Okay.
then I'll be okay.
你若改變，我就好啦啦。
If you change, I will change.
你若冇改，我唔會改變啊！哇靠！你若改變，我就 OK 啦啊
If
，I'm
you change,
OK。
I'll be okay.
我冇改變改變啊
I，don't need to change
因為我度冇問題嘛。
because I have no problem.
你改變我就好些啦啦。
Just change, then I'll be okay.
我跟你講，也最時盡，
Many
特
times,
別是丈夫太太 husband and wife 常常用這個辦法嚟去面對。
many times the husband and wife relationship, you use this method.
唔是我唔對啊，
It's not my fault.
唔是我根本改變啊，
I don't need to change.
我係近超改變。
My spouse need to
我嗱
change.
近超改變我就好啦啦。
If my spouse change, then
咁
I'll
所以
be
呢
okay.
丈夫講我係太太嚟改變，我就冇大志咯。
The husband often say that if my wife change, then I'll be all right.
太太講我係丈夫嚟改變，我就好啦啦。
And wife would always say that if my husband change, then I'll be okay.
父母講我係驚嚟改變，我就 OK 啦。
Parents would say that if my child will change, then I should be
見
okay.
下講我係父母嚟改變，我就好啦啦。
Children would reason out that if my parents change, then I should be all right.
得個人都係別人改變，
Everyone wants the other party to change.
得個人自己都感覺冇需要改變。
Each person will think that it's not necessary for he or herself to change.
所以你明白今日咱哋家庭嘅關係，咱哋夫嘅關係，常常有問題噃。
Now you understand why there are often conflicts or problems within families.
因為咱是用責備控制嚟面對咱嘅關係。
Because we address our relationship by blaming and by controlling.
但問題是，
But the problem is,
咱根本冇別嘅辦法。
we do not have any other alternatives.
咱雖然父母就是安尼對咱，
We were raised by our parents in this manner.
所以咱慢慢學習這個辦法。
And gradually, we learn this method.
現在咱做別人嘅父母咯，
Today, we are parents of our children.
做別人嘅丈夫咯，
We are husband of another
做
person.
別人嘅太太咯。
We are wife of another
咱
person.
仍然用這個辦法，
We still use this method.
是唔是冇別嘅辦法呢？
Is there no other option?
感謝主，
Praise God.
咱係信主以後，
If you believe in the
咱有
Lord,
一個新嘅辦法，
we have a new method.
唔是責備，唔是控制，
Neither blaming nor
是
controlling.
聽及靈力，
It's the power of love.
用聽嚟代替責備，
We replace blaming with love.
用靈力嚟代替控制。
We replace power. We replace controlling with power.
但是你表面冇啥改變，
Though externally it may not appear to have
我
much
係驚就
change,
冇怪，
if my children misbehave,
我咪是講你，
I will still remind him.
我係驚就 out of control，冇通關回嚟，
If my children will be uncontrollable,
我咪就關你。
I will still have to control them.
但是
However,
是裏面冇生，
there's a difference internally.
為什麼冇生呢？
What's the difference?
有三款嘅冇生。
There are three differences.
Number one，
First,
你注意，
pay attention to this.
靈力冇生到 power。
The-
This thing in power，
The distinction in power.
責備及控制嘅模式是關無靈力為家己。
In the blame and control pattern, I am powerless.
人及人嘅中間，
In between human being,
有一個也重要嘅代志，就需要處理。
there's a very important point that you need to resolve.
神也較有靈力，
Who is more power?
你若用責備及控制
If you adopt this blaming and controlling pattern,
，I'm not okay，I'm
then you'll say that
not okay，
I'm not okay
因為我冇靈力，
because I don't have the
我冇
power.
power，
I don't have the
我冇
power.
曉管理我家己，
I do not know how to control
我冇
myself.
曉為家己負責任，
I cannot be responsible for
所以
myself.
我唔對都是你唔對，
And that's why when I'm at fault, it's because of you.
因為啲責備及控制嘅 pattern 喺裏面，我感覺我是 powerless，我是無力去面對代志。
In the blaming and controlling pattern, I am powerless to take responsibility for myself.
相反呢，
On the contrary,
啲 power and love 這個 pattern 喺裏面，
in the love and power pattern,
我有能力為家己負責任。
I have power to take responsibility for myself.
這個也重要。
And this is very
呢
important.
度問這個問題，
If you ask this question,
你有能力還是無能力處理呢家嘅問題？
do you or do you not have the power to resolve your own problems?
我真生氣，
I'm so angry
你好我生氣。
because you caused me to be angry.
Really? No，無人通互你生氣，
No one can cause you to be angry.
你是允准別人互你生氣。
You allowed another person to cause you.
你話車嘅時陣，
When you drive your vehicle,
這個幾百人真無禮數。
the other vehicle was uncourteous to
你
you.
講伊好我生氣，
You may say,
No.
this driver caused me to be angry.
伊是用互你允准你家己生氣。
He only caused you to allow yourself to be angry.
除了生氣，你冇別的辦法去面對啦吧？
Because aside from anger, do you have any other way to address this?
我這個禮拜
There was one Sunday,
after Sunday worship，
after the worship service
我
over,
我貴嘅去一個餐館食，
our whole family went to have a lunch in a
食
restaurant.
食。
And in the meal,
忽然間我無水哩，我無水哩，
all of a sudden, because of my carelessness,
我車到水啦，
I overturned the glass of water.
所以我哎呀，歹勢，
Because I spilled the glass of water, I said, very sorry. I called the waiter
你講我 clean up 當中，
and as he cleaned up the whole thing.
然後繼續食，
As we continue our meal,
食了咯，
after the meal is
但
over,
是食未了啦，
yet before the meal was over,
所以我叫伊 take home。
and I instructed to rub the leftover for
這
take
個
home.
這個人，這個工人，這個教我切多啲嘅人，我嚟猜去 take home。
And the waiter who wiped clean my spilled water also was the one who rubbed the food, leftover
忽
food.
然間 ，bling！ 我囊中 take home 嘅物件派去啊！
All of a sudden, he dropped all my take-home leftovers.
我嗰度以為我規面笑驚，我歹勢。
And when I look at him, the face was full of
Okay.
anger.
我問你啦，
May I ask you this
那是
question?
你，
If you're the person,
你走去面對，
what will you do respond?
你係生氣未
Will you get angry?
？take home 你啦，take home 你啦，
Those are leftover to be taken home.
阿米兼食幾多你啦，冇通食你啦。
And tonight you'll have nothing to eat except to fast and
你
pray.
知我創啥喎？
You know what I did?
我講 OK，it's OK，no problem，no
I told the
problem。
waiter it's okay.
佢講 we commit the same mistake，
We commit the same mistake.
因為我係炒到水啊，炒到菜啊。
A while ago I spilled my water and now he spilled the food.
但是我度真 sorry 未停。
And the waiter was so apologetic.
但是問題是啊，你，
But here's the problem.
我係最生氣，因為伊學我生氣。
I can also be angry because he
你
caused
弄
me to
壞我嘅菜嘛？
he destroyed or spilled my food.
但是我有選擇另外一個辦法，
I have another option that I chose.
所以你唔能講我生氣因為你。No。
You should never say I'm angry because of you.
是你家己選擇互人互你生氣。
You have chosen to be angry because of other people.
耶穌釘十字架迄一日，
On the day Jesus was crucified on the cross,
是耶穌一生第一歹嘅一日。
it could be the worst day in the life of Jesus.
有影冇呀？
Is that true or not?
迄日釘你十字架，
That day, as Jesus was crucified on
全
the
身骨
cross,
灼傷，
his whole body was
及四
wounded
臂崩潰。
and he was separated from his heavenly
實在是
Father.
bad day，這個歹嘅日子。
It could have been his worst day.
你注意看咪？
But if you pay careful
迄
attention,
日耶穌就面對這一日，
how Jesus faced that particular
伊
day.
是用責備控制去面對，還是用聽及靈力去面對
Did Jesus face that day with blame and control or power and love?
？Power and love，
He chose power and love.
伊釘十字架嘅時陣，
When Jesus was crucified
伊
on
無
the
生
cross,
氣，
neither was Jesus
伊無
angry
埋怨，
nor blaming,
伊個為人祈禱。
and he even prayed for people.
上帝啊，
Heavenly Father,
赦免你嘅罪，
forgive them,
因為伊所創嘅代志伊唔知。
for they do not know what they are doing.
Love and power，
Jesus used love and
你
power.
講到瑪利亞，
When Jesus saw Mary,
你小看咪啊？
come to think of
呢
it,
陣耶穌家己真艱苦。
during that time, Jesus was already suffering.
我講隻大理後呢啲啊。
Let me tell you this thing.
咱特別睇到男嘅講我嗱，即個伊嘅 girlfriend 嚟離開伊叫做 broken heart，咁是 broken heart 心碎咯，咁是。
Whenever a man is left, the girlfriend will leave him, the man will often say that he's brokenhearted.
冇呀啦，
That's not true.
如果伊騙你，伊冇 broken heart 啦，
Ladies, that's not true because your man is not really
伊嘅
brokenhearted.
心冇歹啦啦。
and his heart is never broken.
但我好知一件代志嗬，
Let me tell you this.
耶穌釘十字架迄一日，
On the day that Jesus was
耶
crucified on the
穌
cross,
實在 broken hearted，
Jesus indeed experienced
耶穌
brokenheartedness.
心脆氣。
Really, Jesus' heart was
你
broken.
講你做就係，
You may ask, how do you know?
因為羅馬人喺決定耶穌是唔是已經死嘅咧。
The Roman soldiers, for them to determine and conclude that Jesus was truly dead,
有一個 soldier
there's one soldier
用一個 spear， 用一個矛
who took his spear
插喺耶穌膝裏面。
and pierced through Jesus'
但係
side.
聖經記咗一項代志，
Yet the Bible has
你
recorded
讀出
this.
嚟嘅時陣，
After the spear was pulled out,
血及水半句流出去。
water and blood came out separately from Jesus'
你
body.
到佢超看咪啊？
If you try this at home,
用刀插呢個超看咪 ，OK？
with a knife, you pierce your hand
看流什麼出嚟？
and find out what will come out from the wound.
你嚟一次，OK，go ahead，go ahead。
You are free to try it out.
都冇人血及水半句流出嚟啊！
No one will have water and blood coming out separately.
但是血流出嚟就了咯，咁先。
Of course, you'll have blood gushing out, then that's the it.
約翰未明白，
Apostle John could not understand
但
it.
是寫落嚟。
However, he has faithfully recorded it.
第19世紀，
Until the 19th century,
咧有一個戰爭嘅答案，
then we discovered the real reason
有
for
一個
it.
戰爭出名嘅醫學家，
A well-known medical practitioner,
佢可能這樣代志。
he has discovered that
當一個人嘅心
when a person's emotional state
是
or
在
heart
歹氣嘅時陣，
is truly hurt
呢個心無通泵血咯，
and the heart can no longer pump blood,
你嘅血及你嘅水就 separate。
then at that instant, your blood will be separated
所以
from
當有
the
咗插落
water.
去吞起來嘅時陣，
That's why when the Roman soldiers pierced through Jesus' side and
血
removed the spear,
及水半區。
water and blood was separated.
所以嚟講，broken hearted 有啦，是耶穌，唔是咱啊。
If there's such a thing called brokenheartedness, then it was Jesus who experienced this and
你
not us.
你小看咪？
If you think about it,
當耶穌 broken hearted 嘅時陣，
when Jesus was so brokenhearted,
佢仍然是關心佢所聽嘅人。
despite of the situation, he was still mindful and caring about those who cared
你
for.
及瑪利亞講：瑪利亞，看你嘅囝。
He said to Mary, Mary, your son.
你及約翰講：約翰，看你嘅老母。
He told Apostle John, look, behold your mother.
後尾佢將家嘅老母交予約翰嚟照顧，
And later on, he entrusted his own mother to the care of John.
教會啊！
Dear church,
喺你真艱苦嘅日子嘅裏面，
in your most difficult and trying days,
但你及人關係真差嘅時陣，
when you experience the worst moment in your interpersonal
你
relationship,
就去面對。
how do you face such day?
你繼續用 bringing and controlling or power or love 去面對。
Do you face that day with blaming or controlling or with love and power?
除非你有 power，
Unless you possess the power,
你冇可能面對。
it's not possible for you to face that day.
聖經有一句話也水，
The very appropriate verse in the Bible: better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city.
人若控制家己嘅心，
If a person can control his heart,
比讀一個實體一個社更加厲害。
this person is much better than the man who overtook a city.
人第一大嘅敵人唔是你嘅丈夫，唔是你嘅太太，唔是你嘅父母，
Man's greatest enemy is not his wife, is not his parents, is not his spouse.
是你家己，
It's you yourself.
是我家己。
It's I'm myself.
家己永遠是家己第一大嘅敵人，
You are your worst enemy.
所以你記得，
Remember
你
that.
要學習為家己負責任。
We need to learn how to be responsible for ourselves.
你有能力通為家己負責任。
You have the power to be responsible for yourself.
這關 power，這關 blaming and controlling 嘅人
Person who is blaming and controlling
，is a powerless。
are indeed powerless
我冇法，
because they do not know how
是
to
你
do
害
it.
嘅，
It's your fault.
是你害嘅。
It's because of you.
No 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 no，是你家己冇法面對你家己，
You just simply do not know how to face yourself.
所以就學習控制你家己，
We need
唔
to
是
learn
控制別人。
How to control yourself rather than controlling
你
other
愛
people.
bring 責備你家己，唔通責備別人。
If you want to blame, blame yourself and not others.
Number two，
Secondly,
第二冇想，
the second difference
你嘅動機，你嘅 motive 動機無相。
distinct in motives.
這個人用責備、用控制嘅模式嚟面對人嘅關係，呢個動機係咩？我感覺我有需要。
The motive behind the person who blame or control other people is because this person thinks that he has a need.
這個世界也最叫做愛情嘅歌 love song。
There are many love songs written in the world,
這個內容，這個lyric 真水咁是。
and many of the lyrics you may find them are very nice.
我聽你，
I love you.
我需要
I
你，
need you.
你是我嘅太陽，
You are my
你
sunshine.
是我嘅月亮。
You are my moonlight.
我若無你，我無通活落去。
I cannot live without you.
哇！這個你會聽到這個男嘅唱安尼嘅歌，心係受感動咁是。
Ladies who receive such lyrics of songs will be so touched and moved.
哇 ！You can't live without me。
Your suitor cannot live without you,
我若無關你就死啦。
and he will die without you.
開始都真歡喜咁是。
Initially, you may be very
你
glad
感覺 I'm somebody，OK？
because you think you're somebody,
人聽面歌。
and others really needed me.
姊妹啊，姊妹啊，
Sisters,
我若將這個歌詞話較實際咧，
if I will change the lyrics to be more practical,
伊就安尼講咧，
if that man will sing,
我心內有一個坑，
I have a vacuum or space in my
這個
heart,
坑是無對嘅。
and it's
bottomless.
a bottomless space.
我欠你滿足我嘅需要，
I need you to fulfill my need.
我嘅需要是永遠無通滿足。
My need will never be fulfilled
我人嘅 emotion， 我嘅情緒是真真 unstable 嘅人，
because I'm an emotionally unstable person.
我真艱苦嘅人，
I am so difficult to live with.
我冇有管理我自己，
I do not know how to control
我
myself,
欠你嚟管理
and I
我。
need you to control me.
我這個人哦，
And me as a
我
person,
真做一個情緒嘅鬼，
I'm just like an emotional ghost.
我係吸大你，
I will suck you dry.
我將你嘅感情吸嚟，
I will take over your
我將你
emotion.
嘅金子奪
I will
嚟，
take over your
我將你
money.
energy 奪
I will
嚟。
take over your energy.
我留需要立時點定你 waiting call 好，等我 call 你嚇。
If I need you to be on call 24/7, then you need to be on standby.
姊妹啊，
Sisters,
啊你講係立喪夠romantic咩？
will you find such love song romantic?
但是咪冇 romantic 咁先，
Of course, they're not
但
romantic,
是有實際噃，
but are they practical?
也 practical，
They're very practical, right?
也最難嘅，
Many men,
伊實在是安尼款嘅人。
they're really such a person.
有一個兄弟也最理性咯。
Many years ago, there was a brother, there was
特
a
別
man,
夠接個十歲嚟都未近超吧？
and he was still a bachelor despite of being 45 or 50 years of
所以
age.
咱就介紹咯。
So we make effort to
你知咱
introduce
咱真愛介紹咁先，
because we love to be a matchmaker.
真愛食地卡咁先。
You like to have
哦，介紹咯。
the pig leg. Okay.
所以就問這個兄弟咯，
So we asked this brother,
你講啦，實在講嚇，
tell me honestly,
有什麼條件你講？
what are your requirements?
你講 number one，
First,
水嘅，
I would need, that lady should be beautiful.
你咩個十歲嚟講愛水嘅，唉。
And the man was about to be 50 and he's
Sweet.
still looking for a beautiful lady.
Then number two，
Number two,
少年嘅，
should be young.
家己個十歲愛20歲少嘅，
You don't
Ay,
think he's
siyaw
mad,
din eh.
he's 50 and he wants a young
啊啱
spouse.
啦，啱啦
It's
啦。
okay.
第三，
Third,
曉煮食嘅，
should know how to cook,
曉水曬嘅，
should do laundry,
曉水頭開嘅。
should mop the floor.
哇！咱哪條人冇看見啦？
And I become to be unhappy after listening
結
to
果
these
我講一句
requirements.
話啦，
Finally, I said,
我呢度冇咁樣近超，你咁樣更人啊！
you're not looking for a wife, you're just looking for a helper.
你真係講什麼噃？
You know how he answered me?
更人就把拿現金嘅。哇靠
I
啊！
still need to pay for my helper.
即係近超唔免把拿
And the
，Praise
wife-
God！
The wife is free.
姊妹啊，姊妹啊，
Dear sisters,
啊你講你兄弟你要點噃？
will you marry such men?
暫時未 say no 嘅唔是？
Of course you will not.
我同你講，也最人實在是安尼，
Many men behave like that.
一開始是騙你嘅啦，
Initially, they're deceiving you.
騙到以後你最更人嘅啦。
And after you've been deceived, you'll find yourself serving the man as a maid.
你個笑很歡喜。
You may be laughing at this incident.
人哦，你若用這個叫做責備及控制嘅 pattern，因為你感覺你有一個需要，一個 need。
If you use blaming and controlling pattern, it's because you have a need.
但是
However,
你若用聽及靈力嘅 pattern 嚟去面對兩個人嘅關係，
if you adopt love and power pattern to face your interpersonal relationship,
唔是需要，
it's not a matter of need.
是我係選擇。
It's a matter of your choice.
我選擇你，
I choose you
唔是因為我需要，
not because I needed you.
我選擇你，
I choose you
因為只是我嘅 choice，我係選擇。
because of my choice, my option to choose.
我知啊，
I know that
我冇靈力能幫助你，
though I do not have the power to help you,
你係冇靈力能幫助我，
nor have you the power to help me.
但是呢，靈力對上帝嚟，
Our power comes from God.
所以我話，即係上帝恩典，我選擇你。
By God's grace and mercy, I chose you.
教會，
Dear church,
這是選擇嘅問題。
it's a matter of choice.
你記得，
Remember
這
that
個世界
in this world,
冇人等我你歡喜，
no one can make you happy.
你就靠你家己選擇，靠你家己歡
You
喜。
need to choose to be happy by yourself.
你唔能總是感覺別人好你冇歡
You
喜，
should never think that it's other people who cause you to be
咱特
unhappy.
別是安尼想啦。
Many times we think like that.
咱將咱嘅叫做期待，呢個 expectation 放喺人嘅身上。
We often put our expectation on another person.
你係頭家，
Your bosses,
你係牧師，
your pastor,
你係配偶，
your spouse,
你係父母，
your parents,
你係家裡，
your children,
你係朋友，
your friends.
你當中嘅多我歡喜，OK？
All of you need to make me happy.
多我滿足
You
，OK？
should satisfy my needs.
男士，
If not,
你係頭家，好我冇歡喜，
if my boss will cause me to be unhappy,
話一個頭路，
I'll change job.
牧師我冇歡喜，
If pastor makes me
話
unhappy,
一間教會，
I will move church.
我係幫我冇歡
If
喜，
my spouse makes me unhappy,
話一個丈夫，話一個太太，
change my husband, change my
你
wife.
實是安尼啊，冇標籤啊。
Really, it's like that.
好啦，我今日你就問對咯，
Let me ask you this question.
你係父母好你冇歡喜咧，
If your parents will make you unhappy,
你要話一個父母喎，
can you change your parents?
你兄弟姊妹好你冇歡喜咧，
If your siblings will cause you to be
你
unhappy,
話一個家庭吧。
will you change your family?
哦，這條路未行啦，
This path cannot be taken.
你就選擇用呢個嘅選擇，your choice 嚟去面對呢個關係，是你嘅選擇。
It's your choice to face your
你
relationship.
能 make 這個選擇，
If you make that
你
choice,
就 stick to 呢個選擇，
you need to stick to
無
your
論
choice,
發生什麼大事。
no matter what happened.
婚姻就是安尼啦，
And that's the way with your marriage.
無論是健康破壁、有子無子，我都冇離開你，這是我嘅選擇。
In sickness, in health, in poverty and riches, that is your choice.
你能 make 到這個選擇，
If you make that choice,
你就遵照這個選擇，
you need to obey and follow that choice.
叫做幫助你。
May God help us.
聖經裏面哦，
In the Bible,
有一個我愛感動嘅故事，就係約瑟嘅故事。
the very moving and touching story of Joseph.
你看這個人
If you look at this person,
17歲，我喺向回去埃及追奴咧，
he was sold by his older brothers to Egypt as a slave when he was 17.
也就是選擇也受氣。
During that time, he could choose to be angry.
受氣上帝，
Angry at God,
受氣眼向，
angry at his
咁
brothers.
我回去追奴咧，什麼兄弟啊？
What kind of brothers do I have to sell me off as a
但
slave?
是佢冇，
But yet he did not.
而安靜接受，
He quietly accepted his
佢
fate.
波提我哋出嚟，
In the household of
用
Potiphar,
心追趕，
he faithfully served his
結
master.
果升 promoted 升級，
And when he was promoted
最管全嘅人，
to oversee and be in charge of an entire
但
household,
是
yet
頭記了就嚟咯，
his mistress came,
頭記了俾引誘佢犯罪，
wanted to tempt him to sin,
佢選擇冇咩，
and he chose not to go in sin.
結果咧，
What happened?
啲假嘅裏面，
He was imprisoned.
如果個有通選擇冇公比，
During that time, he could have chosen to be angry because of
什
the
麼關
unfair
係世
treatment.
界啊？
What kind of a world am I living
我
in?
冇犯罪，嗰啲這家姑
I'm put in prison even without my sin.
unfair 啊！
It's such an unfair
冇
unfair
佢
world.
選擇冇講話，
And yet, Joseph opted to be silent.
忠心追趕。
He faithfully served
結
in
果
jail.
啲 prison 裏面個升級 promoted，
And he was also promoted despite of being in
管
prison.
攰當中 prison 嘅人，
He was made to oversee the entire prison.
都到這個矯正 cupbearer，
And he met a cupbearer.
幫助佢
He helped the cupbearer
解將這個 dream，這個夢，這個解這個夢。
to interpret his dream.
結果這個危機，
And in spite of that, the cupbearer has totally forgotten about him.
這叫做忘恩負義。
And you might say this person was so ungrateful.
哇！你幫襯你，
Despite of my help,
你冇紀念我，
you don't even remember
而
my
最上
goodness.
帝曲格受氣，
During that time, Joseph could be much more in anger.
咁是，但是冇咩，
And yet, he did not.
而上帝信服上帝，
He chose to obey God.
結果兩年以後，
2 years thereafter,
成咗全埃及嘅宰相，
he was made the prime minister or premier of Egypt.
這是你嘅選擇嘅啦。
It's your choice.
教會啊，這是你嘅選擇嘅
Dear
啦。
church, it is your choice.
所以你唔能夠埋怨你別頭嘅人咧啦。
Never complain about those who are
也
beside
最
you.
別緊咧是無通選擇，是上帝幫好咱嘅啦。
And many things are put there by God.
你有通選擇神啊，做你老爸老母噃
Can you choose who to be your father and mother?
？unfair 啦man。
You may say it's unfair.
神啊，我做別人嘅老家就好咯。
I could have been the child of another person.
啊，做神嘅家未歹啊，做神嘅家咯。no，唔是吧？我跟你講，我神嘅家咪成日你講神啊，想掉木樹追老爸就好咯。咁是，哦喲，人就是安尼嘛。
And that's the way with human.
這是你嘅選擇，
It's your choice.
所以叫做幫襯人。
May God help us.
請問，
May I ask,
你嘅 motive 是什麼？
what is your motive?
是你嘅需要還是你嘅選
Is
擇
it your need or your choice?
？Number three，
Thirdly,
你嘅反應無同。
there's a difference in your response.
當別人達無夠咱嘅要求嘅時陣，
When other people did not meet your
當別
expectation,
人 turn 咱 down 嘅時陣，
when others turn you down,
因為你將辦到你啊，
you set your own boundaries,
你
right?
個人 say no 啊，
When you said no to other people,
別人走啊，你咪走咪，別人及你 say no 啊，
and then others retaliated by saying no to
你
you,
咪走去面對啊。
how do you face them?
我跟你講，
Let
你
me
嚟
tell you,
用責備嘅控制嘅
if
pattern，
if you use the blaming and controlling
你嘅
pattern,
反應的確是一個叫做 punishment 罰你，
then you will respond in punishment.
你唔對我就罰你，
Because you are wrong, I have to
你講我
punish you.
say no 我就 punish 你。
Because you turn me down, I have to punish you.
相反呢，
On the contrary,
你若想聽及另類嘅 pattern，啲後果唔是 punishment，是承擔後果。
if you use love and power pattern, the response is to bear the consequences.
即係我描述無常呢，
What's the difference between these two
你注意啊
approaches? Pay attention.
punishment 是因為我唔對咯，
Punishment is because the other party made a mistake.
所以我就受罰咯。
Because of that mistake, he or she has to be punished.
但你知唔？
But you know
自己
that
受罰嘅人哦，絕對唔免改變嘅。
a person who has been punished need no longer change.
For example，
For example,
我係驚無怪
if
，OK，我
my
係驚
son
無怪。
misbehaved,
其實你走10個分鐘，
stand
15
there for
minutes.
15 minutes.
冇再講話，
Don't talk.
所以就冇講話咯。
This child will remain
10
silent.
個分鐘咯
15 minutes later,
，after 15 minutes，
after 15 minutes,
你有落嘅唔是？
it's over.
伊行咯。
Then he will move.
我哋講哦，伊若
Let me tell
行
you
離開即個法嘅所在，
After your child leave that place of punishment,
伊完咗冇改變，
he will never change.
伊又冇需要改變，
He needs not change
因為你罰了過落嘅，
because you have already punished me.
所以你發現有人去借家具，
You'll discover that when a person is imprisoned, after 5 years of imprisonment, after they leave,
個犯罪，
they will continue
個
sinning.
離棄，
They'll continue committing the
個借
crime. Then they'll be put in
Go
jail
chucky.
again. And then they'll be
個犯
released.
罪，
They'll sin.
個借執你，
They'll take 10 years
會
imprisonment.
死人喺家具裏面，
Throughout their life, they remain in
因
jail
為冇改變啊，
because the person has
因
never
為覺
changed.
得我哋借過你咯啊，
Because the person thought that I've already
我幾唔
served my
對，幾
sentences.
唔對，了咯啊，咁是了咯
I've
啊。
already served my sentence.
For example，你話俾你辦法咧，
If you
Okay.
adopt another approach,
我係驚無怪，OK，
my child
我
misbehaved,
講你唔怪，你唔對，你唔對
you are wrong.
，OK，你到佢房裏面，
Go back to your room,
你去小看咪，
think about it.
為什麼唔對？
What mistake have you
什麼
done?
時候你能明白，你出嚟同我講話，
Once you understand your mistake, then you come to talk to me.
你能唔知啊？你唔出嚟，
You don't come out if you do not know.
可能10個分鐘，
Maybe 15 minutes
可能1
later,
點鐘，
maybe an hour
可能2
later,
點鐘
maybe
，I
2
don't know。
hours later, I don't know.
但係出嚟嘅時陣，
But after that child would come
你
out,
同我仔啊，為什麼唔對？
he should let me know what wrong has he committed.
但我唔對咯，
And he will say, "Ba, I'm
什
wrong.
麼唔對啊？
What's your mistake?"
你
And after describing his mistakes,
你俾改變噃，
do you want to change?
我盡量
I'll try it.
，OK。
Then I'll let him go.
你話有冇生噃？ 因為伊家己知影家己問題佇佗落。
This person clearly understood where he went wrong.
你若即係 punishment，
If you use punishment,
了啦，
after the punishment is served, then
伊就
it's
無咁
over.
樣負，因為已經負了責任，我就企15分鐘會講我也更苦咯誒。
The person has already been punished.
但是有別嘅辦法咧啦，
But there's another approach.
叫做 consequence。
It's called the consequence.
你換盡別人因為唔着承受後果嘅責任。
You allow that person to bear the consequences of his mistake.
有時候你父母有一個 mistake 啦，
Oftentimes, our parents will have this mistake.
咱將囡仔唔着嘅 consequence 家己脫嚟啦。
The parents will carry on the consequences of our child's mistake.
所以囡仔無問題時，變咗咱有問題啊。
And that's why the child will never have this problem. But
Di ba,
we
Muya,
as
Muya?
parents, we have the problem.
咱也大問題。
And we have this big problem.
你就係有一擺，
One time,
我記得我講話，
my son told me,
你講爸，
he said, Pa,
明仔你去 office， 我
Tomorrow-
要帶你去 gym。
tomorrow I'll go with you to office because I want to go to gym.
我講爸爸也早去 office 呢？
I told him, I go to the office very early.
你講幾點啊？
What time?
我講 OK 是嘅，我到7點半啊，OK 7點半啊。
I'll wait for you until 7:30.
你講 OK，OK，
And the son said, okay,
no problem。
no problem.
所以我起來咯，
Next day,
Oh,
after
Jack
I woke
Lau
up, I took my
7
breakfast.
點半咯，
7:30,
你個困到死啲嘅。
he still sound asleep.
你知我衝上不？
You know what I did?
一架咯。
I just left him.
所以到嚟講，爸你幫我啊。
And that day, he asked me, why did you leave me?
我講呢度冇起來啊。
Because you have not wake up.
OK，
So he understood.
he learned the lesson。
He learned the lesson.
你知最近我，
Recently,
我細件啦，
my 3
特
children,
別帶我嚟參頭一檔啦 ，first service。
they all joined me to attend the first service.
你家己嚟啊，
And they came by themselves.
我行咯，因為叫教會赤，咁我少幾揸行啦。我
Because
6
I
點
often come to
就
church
辦
very
咯。
early every Sunday morning.
今日我6點10個，
This Sunday, I left
Late grade, tập-
6:15.
我看我係驚，
I look at my son.
個仔已經企喺床下咯，借啲下咯。
He was already seated by his bed.
我講驚，我不行咯。
I told him I want to go.
我嘅燒呢度，
And then he said, see you later.
家己起來咯。
He woke up by himself.
我嗱總是對負責任，
If I'm always responsible for his action,
總是等意，
if I always wait for him,
而永遠無 learn 呢個 consequence 啦。
that child will never learn
呢個
his or her
consequence 就是講，
consequence.
佢哋無通去 gym，無食司機咯，可能大。
His consequence is he missed his gym session.
記得，
Remember
咱唔
that.
是罰意，
We do not punish them.
咱是學習叫做 consequence。
We learn the topic consequence.
你唔當規律推別人負責任，
You should not always bear the consequence of
別
other
人唔
people.
對，你推佢講話。
If others made a mistake, you will explain
結果
on
嘢
his or her
講，
behalf.
唔是我唔對啊，我冇講，我冇講。
In the end, the errant party will say, I did not say that.
因為無論這個結果出嚟，
That person will never learn the
這個唔
consequence
是
of his
punishment.
mistake. That's not punishment.
叫做 consequence。
It's called consequence.
你有少你行第二步啊？
Do you notice this?
迄日夏娃去食這個果子嘅時陣，
On the day that Eve partook the forbidden fruit,
今日食了全世界就犯罪，咁唔是？
after she ate that fruit, then sin came to the
哦，
world.
這個真嚴重啊！
It's such a serious
嗱
sin.，
我是上帝，
If you are God,
我是無所不在嘅啊，
I am an omnipotent,
無所不
all-knowing
在
God.
嘅啊，
I know everything.
所以我仔要食咯。
I knew that she will take the
嗱，我
fruit.
是上帝，
If I'm God,
已經食嘅時陣，
during the time when she was
我
eating it,
講創食，
if I shouted,
Oh.
what are you doing?
夏娃驚死，
Eve will be scared and astounded.
感謝主無個犯罪咯，咁唔是？
And you may praise God because she will not continue her sin.
今日上帝無講話啊，
Why God remained silent?
今日上帝係嬲要犯罪啊，
Why God allowed her to sin?
這個叫做 consequence。
It's the consequence
Listen,
of her
listen.
action.
夏娃未犯罪，救恩已經被辦了咯。
Because even before Eve committed that sin, salvation has been prepared
上
for
帝
us.
聽伊，
God loves Eve,
救恩地下咯。
and salvation was prepared.
但是，上
However,
帝講呢度承擔呢個 consequence，
God allowed Eve to carry on the
你
consequence.
笑看咪啊？
Come to
嗱，
think of it,
上帝特擺誇伊，特擺誇伊，
if God will constantly monitor Eve,
親像咱啊，
just like us,
咱大家人親像 policeman 咧，
we're just like the policeman.
目睭過啲誇人，
We are
歷
oftentimes
史點正快意，
looking at other people
嗱唔得就講義，講義，講義，講義。
and blame them for their mistakes,
因為這個人咧就唔不犯，冇機會犯罪，冇機會犯罪。
as if this person has no opportunity to make a mistake.
但是你真可憐，
But you'll be so pitiful
你就跪啲為要負責任。
because you'll always be responsible for others' fault,
另外這個人永遠未進步。
and the other party will never improve in his
所以
life.
佢講 no no no，
That's why God said, no,
你去食，你去食
eat as you wish.
，this is your choice.
The choice is yours.
Everyone with the free to make any kind of a choice,
Every person is free to make their choices,
but no one is free from consequence.
but no one is free from the
你
consequence.
得緊面對你多咗這個選擇嘅結果。
You need to face the consequence of your choice.
上帝愛嘅是合一，
What God wanted us is to be united,
但是你責備及控制裏面合一應該未出嚟。
but in blaming and controlling, unity will never happen.
你聽及力量嘅裏面 ，in the power and of，
It will only happen in love and power.
你就看到合一出嚟，
Then you will see unity.
叫做幫助人。
May God help
你就
us
學習另外一種嘅辦法去面對，
as we learn another way to face this
呢個是
issue.
新嘅辦法，
It's a new approach.
因為咧唔是咱過去嘅辦法，
It's not what we've been used to
會
do.
信會淡薄 mistake，
And sometimes we will still make some
but
mistakes.
learn from the mistake。
But we can learn from our mistakes.
But
But
另外一個問題係產生，
there's another problem that will arise.
就是得罪別人，
And when you offend others,
還是別人得罪了
or
你，
when you're offended,
這是關係中間常常產生嘅問題。
it's the problem that will often appear in relationships.
所以禮拜日嚟講，啲關係中間什麼是真正嘅下面，
Next Sunday, we'll look at true forgiveness in relationship.
叫做幫助人。
May God help us.
咱嚟記得。
Let's pray. 天父上帝，我滿心感謝你，因為你會聽經選阮，佇阮也做恁的時陣，你已經為阮放下你的生命。求主你的話語，藉着今仔日的信息，對阮講話，赦免阮佇關係內面控制責備的罪，赦免阮真濟時陣無看見阮家己的罪，幫助阮對今仔日開始有法通學習。用聽來彼此包容，來彼此寬恕，互阮有法通謙卑，有法通溫柔，有法通實在學習主耶穌的模式，互別人佇阮的身上看見阮的好行為，便將榮耀歸予佇天頂的父。求你的聖靈對阮講話，當阮離開今仔日的崇拜時陣，繼續教示阮、教導阮、指責阮、改變阮，互阮誠實有法通。學習這個功課，阮強健安尼祈禱，靠耶穌的名來求。
Amen. Amen. Thank you, brother.